This is the first one here that's screwed on. Just a little trick. If you take and put all your square vinyl fence posts together, if you can see, that'll work as a gauge, and it also helps hold the tube for you. But we don't want that tube down flush below the edge, because remember, we need to put our drip line spouts in there. So that'll give us like a 45-degree angle off that tube. That'll become a little bit more apparent. The main thing is, it also helps work as a gauge, so that's why I've got these all together like that, nice and tight. And then we'll rotate them to the right. They're 90 degrees to the left right now, so when I rotate them up, they'll stick up a little bit higher than the grow tubes themselves. Anyway, just wanted to share that. So once you get all the clamps on there, it should be looking something like this. Okay, and of course we'll get 2 foot of line sticking off the ends, but that's okay, we're going to be trimming that. Now I do need to go through and all these clamps, take a pair of pliers to them and just give them a little extra crimp. But you can see what's going to happen when the grow tube is tipped up. See, there's our drip line rail all the way down it. So, and by using the space between the two, that's what gives us this edge here, is what our drip line pieces are going to go into. So lovely, huh? All right, I'll get those all crimped and them rolled over, and we'll probably start drilling for the drip lines. I've got the first tube drilled, or well, the rail that's going to feed the drip lines. One thing that after you get all these inserts, the quarter-inch drip line inserts in there drilled for, you need to take and use some of this wonderful PVC glue. That's what I've tried, and to glue that into the PVC. We're putting 2 elements together that normally don't go together, so I'm going to try this out. Hopefully that'll work. Obviously I've got carpet in here, so I don't want a bunch of leaks. Hopefully that'll work out. I've got a few of them attached so far, which would be like this one and this one. The tubing is a plastic, and I'm tying the plastic to a PVC, so with the connectors, so hopefully that'll work out. But where it's plastic, the 1/4-inch drip line tube, I've ended up using my torch right here to just warm the end up. You don't want to burn it or get it catching on fire or anything like that, but just to soften it up enough to go on to those barbed edge, or the barbed ends. So anyway, that's one tube. Of course, we got 8 more to go, or 7 more after this one, and I'll let you know how it goes. It is time consuming, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Thought I'd better take a video here. I'm starting to kind of get ahead of myself as far as videos go. I've got all the barbs, if you can see, glued into the pipes. I've got most of the drip lines on them, so it should be looking something like this. I'm kind of having problems actually with the glue, using that Christie's hot glue. Well, it's Christie's red hot blue glue. It's PVC glue, and the issue I'm having is with those plastic barbs going into the PVC. So I mean, if you pull on them very hard, they're popping out on me. I think probably what I'm going to end up doing is taking 2-part epoxy and taking a toothpick and putting a bead around each one of those. I've cut the 2-foot ends down, and this is 1 3/4 inches, and then this will hold. I'm going to have an individual valve, ball valve, on each one of the tubes for flow control. I get a little bit further, I will take another video. Anyway, thanks again for watching. This is what I'm going to do for the drip line barbs. The ones that have popped loose, I'm going to go ahead and glue them back in, but I'm going to use 5-minute epoxy. And if you take 5-minute epoxy, I don't know, some people know this, some people don't, but you can cut mixed epoxy. You mix it up and then you can cut it immediately with denatured alcohol, and it'll thin it down to whatever consistency you want. Anyway, I'm going to thin it down, and then I'm going to take these are just resin brushes for soldering, and they're like 49 cents a piece, so I bought 8 of those, and I'll just use that, and I'm just going to brush. Just going to take and, you know, brush a seal around each one of these things and seal them off, and it'll also, you know, it'll seal them, and it'll also bond them, the plastic to the vinyl. Anyway, I'm going to give that a whirl. So just keeping you caught up with my thinking. Brushing each one of the barbs was successful. So anyway, now where I'm at is all my rails and drip lines are installed. I went ahead and stopped so you guys can see this. Every one of these joints of the tubes that you see right now are glued. So this is glued, and I'm gonna put them together with just a straight piece, but I'm not going to glue that. I'm really not concerned if it drips a little bit, because it's right over my tank. And I wanted to be able to make this where if I had to be able to move it, this will all come apart in all these sections. So that's kind of what the objective was there. And so anyway, I just wanted to let you see what I've done here with each one of these. And so that'll be tied together here in a minute. I've got to go down this weekend and get the pump. That'll be the intake line right here. And then I can shut this valve off, take this plug off, and this is just a regular garden hose adapter. And that will allow me to go ahead and just hook a garden hose on this and pump this off, because the way I'm going to do this with just straight hydroponics rather than aquaponics is I'm going to have to change this water out every week and a half or so once everything's up and running. So that'll give you an idea where I'm at with that, and let me get a little further along and I'll take another little video of it. But it's getting close. It's starting to look like something now. Alright, talk to you later.